What would be an amount you sort of would need to?
Well, depending on, obviously, as an investor, the size of the project and when you're entering it. Like you mentioned before about one you invested in, it was towards the end of the project where the developer had a lot of cost overruns, different things happened, and he needed that extra bit of money.
Yeah.
I can't remember, it might have been a couple of 100,000 you lent.
No, it was under that one, I think.
Might have been less, maybe 150, 120, whatever it was anyway. If it's that sort of situation, it might just be that. I'm thinking of somebody else once who was in our mentoring program. They were in the same position. They got towards the end, needed 100. They let me know. I just made one phone call to somebody I knew and placed the 100,000 like within 5 minutes.
So
that's a small amount of money.
Yeah, would that be the smallest amount really?
Yeah, for that sort of circumstance.
Yeah.
It's at the end of a project. They don't need a lot of money.
I'm just thinking for people, if you're listening to this and you think, well, how much money would I need to invest? Like, what would be the least amount somebody would need?
Or, it could be even what you call an indirect investment in a way, like the retirement village at the moment that I'm doing where I'm raising capital, and that's a minimum of $100,000 investment, but that's not an equity position, it's a loan position where you get an interest rate return and all that sort of stuff. So it depends on the model that's involved, it depends on the size of the project you invest in, it depends on when you come into the project. If you're coming in as a joint venture partner where you're supplying all the equity and you're in their boots and all, I suppose you could say, well, probably the smallest project you're likely to do is a 2-lot subdivision or a splitter. And that will depend where it is, but that might require like probably 200, 250,000 to be in that equity position. But then, as I said, if as a loan partner, it could be coming in at the end of the project. It could be where you're investing just in terms of shares, and minimum investment might be 50 or 100,000. Slightly different.
Like, I also had another call about 10 days ago, and
you get a lot of calls.
I do get a lot of calls from people who have money and they want to place it somewhere, or do we know of someone, or can we be in it? Can we put them in a deal, or something? But anyway, he said he had 250,000, and you said that's quite a difficult amount because it's almost like 300 if you want to be like a joint venture partner. You need around there.
Yeah, it's sort of like at the time we were looking at, well, if in a couple of projects we were looking
because they wanted joint ventures, so they wanted to be on the loan, or
so coming in at the beginning, supplying the equity, and the question is, well, what sort of a project could you do with 300,000 in equity?
They had 250
or 250 even. It's quite limited. It would be something like a 2-lot subdivision or a splitter in certain areas. Not obviously expensive areas. So that's the sort of what you get for that.